Hey everybody, welcome to the show. All right, thank y'all for joining us on this Tuesday evening. Give everybody a second to get settled and situated. Get your drinks filled and your popcorn popped, and I don't know, I'm making it out like it's some big event. It's not. I'm just going to sit here and pick guitar for a little bit, tell some bad jokes. All right, let's see. We'll start off with this. Well, I followed my feet all across this land, a tune in my heart and a bottle in my hand. From the cold, cold east to the woods out west, ain't no home, but just lucky, I guess. I've seen the sunrise over the water, howled at the moon by the embers glow. Stole me a kiss from a poor man's daughter, I threw on my pack and away I go. Well, it looks like rain and it tastes like hell. Ain't nobody ever wished me well. Tried to make me stand in the welfare line. They ain't seen free in a long, long time. Every town is gone by morning, it's to another till the sun goes down. Find me a boxcar, one or two brothers, I'll pull out the bottle and I'll pass it around. Yeah. There's trouble at the border and a far-off war, oil in the water and a shut-down store. Big banks closing and the world ain't round, jails filled up and the deal's gone down. But I got all I need on the highway, little bit of luck and a rainbow stew. Sing a little song for the ones who ramble, hard to carry on like the way we do. Here we go. Walk that line, spent life working for a nickel and a dime. Come home ragged at the end of their day, feet on the table, not a word to say. Sometimes I just have to wonder how it's gonna end for a man like me. I slept with the rain and danced with the thunder, but I get a little bit older. I get a little bit older. I get a little tune on the fiddle, and then I'll be on my way. I followed my feet all across this land, tune in my heart and a bottle in my hand. The woods in the east to the woods out west, ain't no home, just lucky I guess. Never had a home, just lucky I guess. That's how it's supposed to end. Sorry. Been a minute since I did that one. All right, everybody. Welcome to Alone Together Tuesday. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. I hope everything is sounding all right out there and looking all right. I got some new technology. My buddy Joe Pug helped me. He told me what to buy and what to do and how to use it. And I figured out all the rest on my own. But I'm very grateful to Joe. He's got a great show on Sundays, as does my pal Todd Snyder, who actually sang on that track on the record. That was on my Came Out Yo-Yo record. And Todd and Corb Lund came and sang on that song, which was really cool for me. It was a treat because they're two of my favorites. And yeah, so that's that. All right, well, cheers to you, everybody. Thank you for being here. We've got a fun show kind of planned. So let's see. I've been seeing a lot of requests for this one lately, and I'm going to do it anyway. I keep knocking over whiskeys. No one's laughing at my jokes. They got me spinning around in circles like a tin can in the spokes. When I left town this morning with a smile upon my face, ah, babe, I swear I never knew I'd end up in this place. Run away, little darling, you don't need me anymore. I've been out here for too long, ain't like it was before. If I get back home to Houston, I'm gonna tip my hat and cry. When I left, I was a younger man, too proud to say goodbye. I'm gonna wake up in the morning with a conscience 10 feet tall. I'm gonna lay my head down wiser, or I won't lay down at all. Run away, little darling, you don't need me anymore. I've been out here for too long, it ain't like it was before. To live out on the border where no one else could reach. Now I can't ask a question without you giving a speech. You said I never cared, babe, but you know that isn't true. It's just the only thing you asked of me, it's the one thing I can't do. Run away, little darling, you don't need me anymore. I've been out here for too long, it ain't like it was before. Run away, little darling, leave here with a smile. I'm knocking over whiskeys and I will be for a while. All right, knocking over whiskeys. I don't do that as much as I used to. I was trying to think that lyric, knocking over whiskeys. It could mean like drinking them or literally knocking them over, which I do. I used to do a lot as well. I used to do a lot of both because I'm clumsy and I used to drink a lot. So that was a pretty rough combination for the bartenders or whoever happened to be sitting next to me at the time. Yeah, not so much anymore. I mean, I'm still clumsy. I knock my wife's drinks over a lot now. But I only drink, this is my night, my Tuesday nights, when I break out the brown liquor. I treat myself a little bit. I've earned it, I think. So anyway, hope y'all are doing well. Let's see. Sorry, I'm hearing my dog barking. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I'm in the dog house, is what we call this room here. Winnie's not really allowed back here because she tears everything up. But this is where I make music these days, and it's where I stay when I get in trouble, which happens with some regularity. So let's see here. I'll do this. I haven't done this in a while. Well, I wake up in the morning, long and lean, stopping at the corner, cigarettes and gasoline, pulling down Main Street, shifting through the gear, rolling up that highway they've been working on for years. One eye on the sunrise, one eye on the clock. Come tomorrow morning, Lord, I'm gonna make it down to Little Rock. Yeah, I searched through LA County, the valleys and the stars, Del Rio to the bow, all them honky-tonks and bars. I felt you in Seattle, driving through the rain, praying through New York City, just calling out your name. After all these years of searching, I finally found my spot. One way or another, Lord, I'm gonna make it down to Little Rock. tried to find a piece of this earth for my peace of mind. All 8 years of searching let my troubles disappear. Or maybe find a place where we can sit and drink a beer. Have a pack in 7 hours, put up on the shelf, singing to the radio and talking to myself, screaming through the forest, magic on my soul. 90 miles an hour on the cruise control. I'm blowing by the truckers, the grandmas and the cops. Oh, what's your hurry, son? It's just that I'm on my way to Little Rock. Trouble's on his way, only thinking about you every night and every day. Tell all your other lovers, forget about the past. Ain't even gonna worry, cause this time it's gonna last. I'm coming round the corner, ain't even gonna knock. Hey, hey, pretty baby, here comes your daddy down a Little Rock. Hey, Little Rock. All right, Little Rock. I made that drive many a time from Houston to Little Rock and Conway, and where I went to college, and I married into the state for a while, and so I drove up there for I don't know, probably 100 times. But back when I was the early days, I had a car that had no air conditioning, and the tape deck was broke. And so I just listen to the radio and chain smoke and try and make the 8-hour drive in 7. But there was a speed trap. It's probably a lot of places like this. But when you get into Arkansas, there's about an hour stretch that's just a speed trap. There's cops hiding behind the trees everywhere, and the highway was always under construction. For like 8 years, it was under construction. Probably still is. I haven't made that drive in a while, but anyway, yeah. All right, well, welcome everybody to Alone Together Tuesdays. This, I think last week I mistakenly said it was episode 20, but I think this is actually episode 20. So, thank you all for being here tonight, and for, if you made it shows before, thank you for that. It's amazing to me that we get to do this. I could not have imagined that, 6 months ago, that this would be my life now and my career, but it is. But I feel very fortunate. I do, and have a roof over my head, and my family, and food on the table, and some folks to play music for. So thank you very much. And a lot of y'all have been very generous with tips during this time. And if you're new, you may not know, or you may have just not caught the message in the past. But if you tip, I send a postcard. And the last 5 weeks, we've done a different postcard. And I got behind. I needed to design and order some more. So what we're doing this week is I've got the 6 previous postcards. I don't know if you can see these very well. I probably need a better system. I'll grab some in a minute. But if you leave a tip, if you just tell us which one you want, we'll send you that one. And then next week we'll have whole new postcards. But these are all photos by David McClister, who did a lot of my album photography for my last 2 records. And really badass photographer. You've probably seen him. He's done Jason Isbell and Sturgill Simpson and Tyler Childers and all sorts of folks. So that's just like the tip. That's just like dudes who sing, like just songwriter dudes. But there's like a wide spectrum of amazing artists that he's photographed. But anyway, so I don't know if you can see this or not. I was quite proud of this, and then I realized it may not show up on the screen here. So if number 1 is me leaning on a fence post, Number 2 is the album cover of the record is put out. 3 is me leaning against a bathroom wall in Seattle. This is in New Mexico. Number 4 is me leaning against a tree in New Mexico. Number 5 is me standing in a field of wheat or tall grass in New Mexico. And number 6 is me sitting in a bar by myself in New Mexico. So, like I said, just if you do leave a tip and you want a specific postcard, maybe you have some of these and don't have, and there's one you don't have, you just put the number in the comment, and we'll make sure that we get it to you this week. And I'll have a new one next week, which is completely different than all these. I'm pretty excited about it. Okay, so let's see. I was gonna do a cover song here. This is one. I know my mom's watching tonight, and this is one that when I was a kid, I had one tape. It was Kenny Rogers' Greatest Hits, and that was my jam. That was like, I used to hang out under the stairwell with one of those old cassette players, and I don't even think they were for music. It was more like dictation or just recording yourself. And but I would listen to this Kenny Rogers Greatest Hits tape, and it was everything to me. It had these songs. There were some songs that I would skip past, or fast forward through, but there was Coward of the County, The Gambler, and then there was this one, which I really loved. I'm gonna try it. I haven't played it in a very long time, but let's see. Barroom in Toledo, across from the depot, on a bar stool she took off her ring. I thought I'd get closer, so I walked on over. I sat down and asked her name. When the drinks finally hit her, she said, I'm no quitter, but I finally quit living on dreams. Hungry for laughter and here ever after. I'm after whatever the other life brings. In the mirror I saw him, and I closely watched him. I thought how he looked out of place. He came to the woman who sat there beside me. He had a strange look on his face. The big hands were calloused. He looked like a mountain. For a minute I thought I was dead. Then he started shaking. His big heart was breaking. He turned to the woman and said, You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. 4 hungry children and a crop in the field. I've had some bad times, lived through some sad times, but this time your hurting won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. I can't modulate, it'll be too high, so we'll stay right where we are. After he left us, I ordered more whiskey. I thought how she'd made him look small. From the lights of the barroom to a rented hotel room, we walked without talking at all. She was a beauty, but when she came to me, she must have thought I'd lost my mind. I couldn't hold her, 'cause the words that he told her kept coming back time after time. You picked a fine time to leave me, children and a crop in the field. I've had some bad times, lived through some sad times, but this time you're hurting won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Yeah! Damn, what a song. What a song. Oh, all right. Yeah, I love that stuff so much. I mean, I was probably 7 or 8 years old, and just those songs, they had these characters. I mean, it was just so clear, the heartache. And, I mean, Coward of the County. If you haven't heard that, you got to go back and listen to it. It's you know, Tom, everyone considered him the coward of the county. His mama named him Tommy, but folks just called him Yellow. God. Anyway, just so well written. I love those songs so much. So that does probably, you know, people ask me what my influences are, and I rarely say Kenny Rogers, but that was the first guy where I mean, the magic of a song hit me, and I thought, you know, there's a whole world in here of heartache and pain and love and dreams and life. And so anyway, yeah. And so Kenny's from Houston, and I had an uncle, Uncle Ted, who was a guitar player, singer, and he claims that he played in garage bands with Kenny. Claimed he's passed away now, but anyway, Mickey Newberry was running around Houston back then. Yeah, 400 children. That's funny. Allison asked me that earlier. She's like, "Did you think it was 400 children?" I said, "No, I didn't." And usually I'm the guy who makes the mistakes. But I knew it was 4 hungry children, but not beyond the realm of possibility that she left him with 400 children. All right. Let's see. Before I get to the next song, real quick, other side note about Kenny Rogers. A couple years ago, I did a private event on a riverboat on the Thames River in London, England. This very kind gentleman asked me to play it for his birthday, and the only prerequisite was that I do a couple of requests, and one of them was "Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town," and I believe there was a Scottish guy there, and the way he pronounced it was just really funny to me. "Ruby, don't take your love to town." Well, I'm not gonna. My accent's terrible, but just Ruby. Okay, good one, Hayes. All right, let's move on with this here. It's no eternal mystery, you don't need a hard-earned clue. Why some men will do their damnedest when half of them would do. There's a lifetime in the distance, and it's filled with love and gold, and I will find it yet if I may be so bold. Yeah, some men do the conqueror, and some men do the will, and some will do most anything to hide the way they feel. And some like giving orders, and some like to be told, but I would make my way if I may be so bold. Bold enough to make a difference, bold enough to say care. Bold enough to keep on trying even when the will's not there. There's a whole world out there waiting, full of stories to be told, and I heed the call and tell them all about me being so bold. The boys were emptying their glasses as the true believers will, with what I guess these days passes for a good time or a thrill. And they're trying hard to convince you, but I don't believe your soul, so I will step right up if I may be so bold. Bold enough to make a difference, bold enough to say I care, bold enough to keep on trying even when that game's not fair. There's a whole world out there waiting, full of dreams that can't be sold, and I heed the call and I live them all about me. Go! Country towns and swallowed up the sea. I have wrestled with the question of just who I aim to be. I've been dealt hands I had to laugh at, and some hands I'd love to fold, but I'll play them all if I may be so bold. Bold enough to not surrender, bold enough to give a damn, bold enough to keep on moving or to stay right where I am. There's a lifetime in the distance, full of stories to be told, and I'll heed the call and I'll tell them all about me be so bold. Yeah, I'll tell them all about me be so bold. Ooh. If I may be so bold. I'll send that out to Tyler Childers. He was pretty bold this week. I appreciate it. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in on Alone Together Tuesday, episode 20. We're here in the doghouse in Nashville, Tennessee. We got the postcards here. They're numbered. I don't know if you can make it out, but you just tell me what number you want, and we'll send it to you. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope this is all working well. Let's see. Let's take a few questions. I want to see if anybody has anything they want to know, and I can answer it, and then we'll play some more music. That'll give me a second to think about what my next move is. I have an idea, but I can always use a little extra time. Let's see. All right. I know you know some Buffett. What's your favorite? A Pirate Looks at 40 would be my favorite. Well, hey there.
It's like Pee-wee's Playhouse or
Pee-wee's
Mr.
Playhouse?
Rogers or something. I'm coming by.
You coming by to visit?
Yeah.
Hi, neighbor. My wife just walked in. So.
Could you please stop telling people you're always in the doghouse?
Well, I'm not always in the doghouse. I mean, I don't think I said I was always here.
Yeah, that's what they think, that always make you live back here or something.
Oh, I don't know if they think it's your fault or mine. They probably think it's mine. Anyway.
Be real.
All right. Well, come have a seat. I'm taking questions.
Oh.
Let's see.
Wow. You want me to come back later?
No, you can come right now because nobody's asking me anything that I can see.
Do you need anything?
No, just you. Come have a seat, baby.
Oh, geez, sweet.
What's the fastest land animal? I think a cheetah. Or Kenny Rogers in the 70s. Ow! I played Kenny earlier.
I heard you.
And like a dozen people said 400 children in the comments section.
See?
Let's see. Who is your biggest inspiration? Probably Bob Dylan. Let's see. All right. Okay. Let's play a song. You and I wrote a song.
You're cool. Having a drink and everything. I'm having one.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Great.
Just want to make sure you're okay. Sorry.
Huh?
Just want to make sure you didn't need anything.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay.
I got mine over here.
Having a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We wrote a song. I think this was the first song that you and I ever wrote. And we've never played it.
Yeah, but it took years to finish.
Did it? Yeah.
You know, because,
Because
for
that'd take a long
various
time.
reasons.
Yeah. But we wrote this song and recorded it for Patreon. And that's the only place the recording's ever done. I think we played it 2 or 3 times live when the band of Heathens were with us.
Yes. When you were touring with them, and I came out with you a couple of times.
Yeah, but we've almost never done this. I've never done it online. I don't think.
Well, I was just practicing it in the house on the piano, so we could do it tomorrow night in my show.
Oh, cool.
So we do a piano version. How
All
about
right.
that? What do
That's
you think about that?
I think that's awesome.
Cool.
But I got sidetracked. I was telling them about shows on Sundays, and you have a show every other Sunday. Mm-hmm. And then you also have a show tomorrow night. So the Sunday shows are called Soul Soothing Sunday shows, where Allison plays all these just beautiful classic songs.
Soul Soothing Sunday songs.
Isn't that what I said?
You said shows.
Shows?
Yeah.
Soul Soothing Sunday songs.
I just got a new shirt, too.
It really is soul soothing. I highly recommend it. And then on Wednesday night, or tomorrow night, she's going to do a show of mostly her own music.
Yes.
So.
Right. And that wasn't Winnie. That was the coon dog.
Oh, next door.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. So this is a song we wrote and recorded on Patreon. If you ever want to hear it, you can sign up for Patreon and give it a listen. It's like the 3rd song I ever did, like 3 or 4 years ago. So.
That's not the...
No,
Yeah.
I got to keep on.
I did that.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Am I... What kind of into it?
1, 2.
What's the words? Let's find the words. There it is. Let's try that again.
1, 2.
Here you are again, standing at my door. The world outside has left you weary, broken down soul. You don't have to say a word, just come on in. You've been somewhere out there chasing down the wind.
I've got empty arms, dust upon my boots. And every road I've wandered always leads me back to you. And I wish that I had some place to begin. I've been somewhere out there chasing down the wind.
It's alright if you just need a place to roam. It's alright if I won't ever be home. I ain't making no suggestions. I won't ask you any questions I don't want to know the answer to. don't know how to keep.
When you wake up, baby, I'll be gone again. I'll be somewhere out there chasing down the wind. I'll be somewhere out there chasing down the wind. We made it. All right.
Reckon?
That's fun. We've only played that a couple times, and
Yeah.
and those couple times were years ago. So anyway, that's "Chasing Down the Wind," and that's a song Allison and I wrote several years ago.
Over several years.
Over several years.
Yeah,
We've
took
been
a while.
together a minute now, and we recorded it on Patreon. So if you're a patron already, you can go back and listen. I think it's like the third or fifth song I released, so it goes back a ways. And if you're not, then sign up.
Looks like you're getting some questions finally.
Are we? Some questions. What is Allison's favorite song? Oh, I missed it. Let's see. If the world ever gets back to something like normal, we should play on Tuesdays when you aren't touring.
Oh, I wanted to tell you that because I was on Facebook today and I had posted Rusty from the Mucky Duck.
Yeah.
Posted an article this morning from Billboard about venues that are closing. And luckily, they've been able to figure out a way to hold on. But a lot of our beloved small folk rooms are closing. And so anyway, I was having a little bit of dialogue with some people that had responded to my post of that. And someone said, I guess selfishly, I have been enjoying seeing you on Wednesdays or Sundays or whenever. And, I really like that. And I just said, I'm not going to stop live streaming. I see no reason to, because everyone, no matter, if things return to sort of normal for us, which I think that's probably going to be a while. I think we're going to take a while to get there. But even, let's just say they did, I wouldn't stop live streaming. I enjoy it, and I think everyone enjoys being able to do this. So I see no reason to not continue. So
it's been wonderful for us, and definitely want to continue. But you brought up the clubs, and a lot of them are really struggling, and they don't have necessarily a way to make up that income like we do here. So there's a couple things you can do. There's a site called SaveOurStages.net, I believe, which it helps lobby support with Congress for relief for the venues, and there's also ways you can contribute because they're starting to drop like flies. Like a lot of them held off for a long time, but music venues are very few of them have ways they can actually make income if they can't do shows, and not everybody can take it outside. So, and then also we're selling T-shirts on my website, Alone Together T-shirts. And all the proceeds goes to Feed the Frontlines, which is an organization where the money goes to kitchens at bars and restaurants and music venues like the Mucky Duck. And it allows them to keep their kitchen staff employed, and then all that food goes to first responders like firefighters and nurses in the COVID units and policemen and doctors. So, and they, after a long day of work, certainly use and appreciate a great meal. So. You can get that on my website, and every bit of the proceeds will go towards that organization. So why don't we sing a song about a bar? This is one that you and I wrote with Matresa Berg, called Jesus and Elvis. Jesus and Elvis, painted on velvet, hanging at the bar here every night. It's good to be back again, oh, me and my old friends, beneath a neon cross and a string of Christmas lights. Lola built this joint in '67, and her boy went off to fight on Christmas Eve. In a war nobody won. She lost her only son. Now everything he loved is what you see. Jesus and Elvis, painted on velvet, hanging at the bar here every night. It's good to be back again. Oh, me and my old friends, beneath the neon cross and a string of Christmas lights. Lola told him Jesus loves a sinner, and his daddy told him the music saved his soul. Between the drunkards and the band, it's a fitting promised land for the King of Kings and the King of rock and roll. Jesus and Elvis, painted on velvet, hanging at the bar here every night. Alright. So if you need a shot of Dickel or redemption, where the Delta meets the Sea of Galilee, a kid washed in the blood of the Mississippi mud. Come on, you non-believers, and you'll see Jesus and Elvis, painted on velvet, hanging at the bar here every night. It's good to be back again. Oh, me and my old friends, beneath the neon cross and a string of Christmas lights. It's good to be back again. Oh, me and my old friends, beneath the neon cross and a string of Christmas lights. By and by, Lord, by and by. By and by, Lord, by and by. All right. I like it. Let's do some more. Well, I got you here. If you're up for it.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I don't know. We could do Be There. Or we could do Love Don't Let Me Down. Let's do that one.
All right.
And then close with Be There. And then I'll cut you loose.
Okay.
Let me tune up real quick here.
Any questions? Let's see if I can see some.
Oh, this has been stuck here for a while. Oh, no.
Well, you went all the way to the end. So there aren't any questions.
Well,
Oh.
I've never been the lucky one. I watch my dreams all turn around. Why they left me alone, thinking they'd come back someday. Well, it turns out I was wrong, 'cause time don't wait for anyone. And now I stand here like a school kid, hoping that it's not too late.
Well, here goes my heart again, foolish as it's ever been, always leading me somewhere that I couldn't stay. But I'm not gonna look behind, there's nothing there I wanna find. So I'll stand here and face you and promise I won't run away.
Under the sun, there ain't nothing new.
There's lovers and leavers and moments forgotten, and dreams that don't ever come true. And even though I'm afraid, I'm gonna stand my ground. And if it's not asking too much, love, don't let me down.
But here I stand in front of you, just hoping that my best will do. I'm a good man, a loving man who just needs someone to hold.
I can see it in your face. Your love can fill up this empty space, and the years up ahead don't have to feel so damn alone.
Under the sun, oh, there ain't nothing new. And maybe it's crazy to keep chasing after these dreams that don't ever come true. And even though I'm afraid, I'm gonna stand my ground. And if it's not asking too much, love, don't let me down. And if it's not asking too much, love, don't let me down. All right. Well, let's see. Where would you love to have a second home? Is there a place that speaks to you both? Well, this is my second home right here. I don't know, baby. Maybe Florida. We like Florida.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't want a second home.
Yeah. You don't. That's true. It's not really an option for us right now, but when we daydream sometimes, or when I daydream sometimes, I ask that very question, and you're like, that's a lot of work. And
Well, it is, and you've got 2 houses to take care of and keep up, and
yeah.
I just don't want to spend my life taking care of houses and
I'm with
doing
you.
housework.
I
We've
got
got
it.
enough housework to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm grateful for the home we do have.
If I had 2 houses to take care of, I'd never get to make any art. So that's just, I figure, just take a vacation. And that way, you're away. Because if you go on vacation to your house, and it's not really,
No.
in my experience.
Well, here's some art we made. You like that segue? This is a song that we wrote with our friend Adam Landry, and who played in Allison's band, and then he played on a record of mine. He played on a bunch of Allison's records. And he played on a record of mine, and then he played in my band for a while. This is called "Be There."
I feel like I had this on last week.
The sweater?
Yeah, because I wear. I'm sorry.
I don't think he did, but maybe he did. I don't know. I wear the same. I have two things I rotate every week. This is one of them, and I do this about every 4th week, and then the other 3 weeks of the month I wear denim.
I'm sorry I interrupted you.
It's okay.
I had a.
You look like a tragedy that just hasn't happened yet. And I've been on a losing streak, and I'm trying to forget. You act like we were meant to be, like country songs in Tennessee. Baby, I need to believe, 'cause I want you so bad. You say that you will, but I know you won't. Yeah, I know you won't. I know you won't be there. You got leaving in your eyes. Oh, and I don't wanna see it. It'll turn your promise into lies, no matter how you try to keep it. And I'm standing at the edge of town, the bell heavy as the sun goes down. So tired of going round and round, I wanna take you at your word. You say that you will, but I know you won't. And I know you won't. I know you won't be there. You feel like a memory of something that I've never known. Somebody who could take me there. Somebody who could take me home. You say that you will, but I know you won't. Yeah, I know you won't. I know you won't be there. Be there. Be there. What was that? I have something on my shoulder.
Yeah, some schmutz or
Some beard hair.
something. A
I
couple
did.
of little holes.
Little holes.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pandemic. It's hard times.
It is hard times. Did you? It is. It is, Paul. It is.
Hey everybody, this is Allison Moore. Please give her a hand. And she has a show tomorrow night. What time's your show, baby?
7 Central.
7 o'clock Central. And she's going to be in the main house. And
Where I live.
Where she lives. And she'll be playing guitar and piano.
It's in here telling that lie. I mean, what are you trying to do?
I'm just having fun. I'm really not in that much trouble.
They believe you.
Well, what's it hurt? What's it
Me.
hurt? Well,
And my
okay.
feelings.
Your reputation. And,
And
your
my feelings.
All right. All right. I have never actually had to spend a night in the doghouse to clear it up. So we just preemptively named it this in case, for when the time does inevitably come where I do something and I have to come spend the night out here. But
Or I just choose to.
yeah, or you come out here.
That's
7 o'clock Central Time tomorrow night. Allison Moore. She's going to be playing a beautiful show, and
All right.
I recommend y'all tune in.
nice to see y'all. Okay.
All right. Thank you, baby. All right, everybody.
It is like Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Oh, yeah. Come on by anytime. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope you're doing well. That was a treat. Getting to have Allison come sing with me, and that's been one of the best parts about this whole thing for me is I said this last week, there are worse people to be stuck in a house with, and so I feel very fortunate indeed. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's see. Allison, what's your page? That's Allison Moore, Moorer. That was super sweet, dramatic, and heart-wrenching. I love that song. Well, thank you. Thank you. Nice doghouse. This is pretty nice. We got the IKEA bookshelf. I painted it olive green. And got some guitars. And I've been spending all the tips y'all give me to pay rent, but then to get some fancy gear here to kind of up the production quality of this thing, because it looks like we'll be doing it a while. So I figured it'd be fun to make it look as good as we can. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna do a song here that I wrote with my Canadian friend Carll, and I haven't seen him in a good while. He actually lived in the doghouse for a while. He spent a lot of time here, and in our basement we have a box of stuff that just says Corb. Because he moved in kind of like right after we got the place, and we didn't have furniture back here, so he bought like a refrigerator and a microwave and a lamp and all this stuff that I was totally fine with, but my wife did not love it. Corb has his own aesthetic, and anyway, so he was here for a bit, and this is a song that we wrote. I haven't gotten to see him in a while since they won't let him cross the border, or won't let us cross the border. But this is a song that we wrote years ago and put on his record, and it's about people who do a lot of traveling and have a high probability of getting pulled over. I used to be one of those people, and it's called Bible on the Dash. And we shot the music video for it right here in Nashville, Tennessee. So let's see. It goes like this. Crossing I jumped to the end. Let's see. 2 nights staying in Tulsa, pulling out and headed west. Brady grabbed the Gideons from the motel in the desk, and we said, "What's the matter, brother? Are you worried about your soul?" He said, "Better safe than sorry, boys. That's just how I roll." We hit the road, feeling cool as Crosby, Stills, and Nash, overflowing with the Spirit and the Bible on the dash. Well, we pulled the whole thing over for the flashing red and blues. Police came to the window. We said, "Have you heard the news?" He said, "Don't get smart with me, boy. Why you doing 95? My foot is heavy with redemption. I'm just blessed to be alive." He said, "I ought to pull you out of there and beat you black and blue." I placed my hand upon the good book. Said, "What would Jesus do?" It's better than insurance registration online. Better than these fake IDs I keep on buying. Even better than an envelope stuffed with cash. They always said it saved me, that old Bible on the dash. Well, around these parts, that hair alone will make probable cause. If you're moving through my county, you'll obey my earthly laws. We did our best to quote some holy writ chapter and verse. What kind of music you boys making? We said Christian music, sir. Well, he thought about it, contemplated, twirled his cotton mustache. All right, you boys, be careful now, just don't drive quite so fast. It's better than insurance registration online. Better than these fake IDs I keep on buying. Even better than an envelope stuffed with cash. They always said it saved me, that old Bible on the dash. Later we heard freeze. Pull it over there, son. We're gonna do some search and seize. Maybe if we'd been more famous, they'd have said just move along. They'd have seen us on the TV if we'd have had hit country songs. He's just about to ask us, where's the money, guns, and hash? I was hoping that he'd save me that old Bible on the dash. Well, his hand was on his pistol and his dog was on his leash. And the shepherd, he was keeping a pretty close eye on his sheep. We got a list we gonna look at, see if we can't find your names. We got parabolic laser beams, says everything you say. We got ultraviolet x-rays that can see right through your bus. Well, I guess we'll see if the good Lord's truly watching over us. It's better than insurance registration online. Better than these fake IDs that keep on buying. Even better than an envelope stuffed with cash. Lord, I'm at the border with a Bible on the dash. All right. Cheers, everybody. That's a tune I wrote to my friend Carll, my Canadian brother. And he's got an incredible new record out. Came out a couple months ago, right in the middle of a pandemic. So he hasn't been able to tour it like I know he hoped to. But if you get a chance, go give it a listen. It's really cool. I love all Carll stuff, but this is one of my favorites of his. And it was produced by our mutual friend John Evans, who a lot of y'all probably know. Let's see. What do we got here? Got any requests? I got that song hits close to home because I got pulled over at the border years ago. I just finished a tour from we'd entered the country. We'd entered Canada through Seattle, or like through into I can't remember the crossing point, but northwest, and then drove from like Vancouver, started in Vancouver, Victoria, and came all the way to Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's about a 2-week run, and we finished our show in Winnipeg. Had a late night at a club called the Times Change High Lonesome Club, where you toss a rubber chicken in a bucket, drink a lot of whiskey shots, and have a big old time. And woke up the next morning. We're going to drive all the way back to Austin, Texas, which was like a 24-hour drive. And I was asleep in the back of the van, and we were getting to the border, and my drummer at the time woke me up, and he said, "Hey, we're about to cross the border. You got to do something with the money." And we had all this money from, like 3 weeks of touring, or a month of touring. So I think it was 2 weeks in the States and then 2 weeks across Canada. So we had a pretty substantial amount of money on us, like 20 shows worth of stuff. And for some reason in my fog, I thought, yeah, that makes sense. I need to hide this money because I had some, idea of like, I'd heard somewhere that you're not supposed to cross the border with a certain amount of over $10,000 or something. So I took the money and I divided it up. We were just over that. I think we had like, I don't know. There was 6 of us, and I gave everybody like $2,000, myself included. And for no reason other than I just thought I didn't want to get in trouble, but I didn't know what I was getting in trouble for. There's a lesson in this story, which is going to be long. And I went, we crossed the border, they pulled us over, they separated us, put us in a detention cell, and did not believe our story that I had paid everybody $2,000 equally for the tour before we came home. And eventually, they took me into a room, and they had all this money sitting there. And they said, sign this waiver. And I said, well, what is it? And they said, well, it's just, you can get out of here, but we get to keep the money. I said, no, I can't do that. I need this money. I've worked hard for this money. And this is the U.S. government, by the way. It's not, I wish I could blame another government, but this is my own government saying they're going to take my money from me. Anyway, what ended up happening was they gave me a $500 fine, and I had this like flag on my record. So every time I would fly internationally or on a boat, would travel on a boat, like a cruise or something, I would have to get there early, and they would question me and detain me all over again. But while I was going through all this, the really weird part was they were searching the van, and when we went through Seattle, I remember there was a Holiday Inn Express in Seattle, and they had like apples and oranges in the lobby, and we took some, threw them in the van, and they had stayed in the van for the 2.5 weeks that we crossed Canada, and we got through, and the guy was going through the van, and he found this orange, and he pulled it out of the seat, underneath the seat, and he held it up. He said, "Do you know anybody have any idea what this is?" And my drummer got really excited because he thought we were going to get fed or something. We'd been there for a couple of hours, and the guy said, "No, this is a misdemeanor. You can't cross borders. You can't smuggle fruit across the U.S.-Canada border." And so we got a $400 fine for that as well. So it was an expensive mistake. Anyway, all right. I rambled for a long time there. We'll play this song in honor of all the traveling. Thrift store cowboys fighting them junkies, red dirt plowboys, asphalt monkeys, holy rollers, signal callers, truck stop angels, backstreet brawlers, dancing groupies, guitar slingers, hallelujah gospel singers, freight train mamas, pistol shooters. My first girlfriend works at Hooters, beans and biscuits in my cupboard. Listen to Ray Wiley Hubbard. We are all going down the road tonight. Blue jean babies, drunken angels, blacktop racers, holy rollers, whiskey chasers, Lone Star drinkers, midnight ramblers, dirt road divas, highway gamblers, moonshine mamas, panty droppers, Dalai Lamas, old bell poppers, high school heroes, back row preachers, roll call hustlers, tantric teachers, teenage cuties, politicking, Hare Krishnas, feed me chicken. We are all going down the road tonight. Blue jean babies, old heartbreakers, had a party with some Quakers, hard-worn highways, country singers, radios full of old right-wingers, session players, duct tape dealers, outlaw country hubcap stealers. Ain't no money in my wallet, okay guineas are what they call it. My grandmama's name was Spiller, Michael Jackson, Pete Thriller. We are all going down the road tonight. Don't go walking down dark alleys, needle pushers, horn rim glasses, rhinestone jumpsuits, backstage passes, blue plate specials, loo and platters, Japanese is all that matters, broken arrows, Gulf Coast kickers, who's your daddy, bumper stickers. Looks like we're in for cooler weather. I'm so glad we are alone together. Here we are Down the Road Tonight. I wrote that really just as an excuse to get Ray Wiley Hubbard's name in the song. Yeah. All right, everybody. Welcome to Alone Together Tuesday. It's getting kind of late, so I mean not late, but like I've been playing for a while, so I'll probably do 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 1 more, and then call tonight. But just so if you missed us earlier, I send postcards out to everybody that tips me. If they on PayPal, it gives an address. You can be anywhere in the world. I pay the extra postage for you Irish and Canadians and Australians. So send out a postcard, and I try to make it a different one every week, but I got behind, and so I don't have a new postcard this week. So I'm set up the 6 that we've sent so far, and you can just pick when you pay, or if you want to tip, just make sure you put which card you would like. And if you're on Venmo, make sure you leave an address so we know how to send you a postcard. But on PayPal, I think it automatically has your address. But then just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my system. I'm quite proud of that. Quite proud of that. All right. I'm going to do a Townes Van Zandt song here. This is one of my favorites, and I guess if we're going to sing Townes, we might as well have a little nip. Here's to you, everybody. Happy Tuesday. This is a song that really opened up the door for me to Townes. I had it on a record. I'd heard it several times, but it hadn't registered. And one night I was hanging out down in Galveston, Texas at the Old Quarter Acoustic Cafe, which was my home, the place that sort of got me on this path of being a singer-songwriter. And there was an artist named Crispy Hollis there with Jeff Blankenhorn. Some of y'all may know. And they did a show, and after the show was almost over, it may have been over, I feel like the bar was closed except for the 10 or 15 people that were allowed to hang out afterwards. And he played this song. And the people that were in the bar had their arms around each other, holding hands, were meditating, were just sort of in this very special place, and I recognized it. But I didn't recognize the song. But when I heard the lyrics, I said, God damn, that's a beautiful song. And they said, that's a Townes Van Zandt song. And I went home and I looked at my Townes records that I had that I just never had been that into, and this song was on there, and I put the record back on, and all of a sudden it made sense to me. I just hadn't gotten it before. So I want to thank Crispy Hollis and Townes for this one. I won't say I love you, babe. I won't say I need you, babe. But I'm gonna get you, babe, and I will not do you wrong. Living's mostly wasting time, and I waste my share of mine. But it never feels too good, so just don't take too long. You're as soft as glass, and I'm a gentle man. We got the sky to talk about and the world alive, Days up and down they come, like rain on a conga drum. Forget most, remember some, but don't turn none away. And everything is not enough, and nothing is too much to bear. Where you've been is good and gone, all you keeps getting there. It'll live is to fly all alone and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and sleep out of your eyes. It's goodbye to all my friends, it's time to go again. Think of all the poetry and the picking down the line. And I miss the system here. The bottom's low and the trouble's clear. It don't pay to think too much of the things you leave behind. Well, I may be gone, but I won't be long. I'll be bringing back the melody, the rhythms that I found. We've all got holes to fill, and them holes are all that's real. But some fall on you like stones, sometimes you dig your own. And the choice is yours to make, the time is yours to take. Some dive into the sea, some toil upon the stone. Here to live is to fly all low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and sleep out of your eyes. Yeah, shake the dust off of your wings and tears out of your That's, what a song. We've all got holes to fill, and them holes are all that's real. Nothing is too much to bear. Where you've been is good and gone. All you keeps the getting there. I mean, all right, Townes Van Zandt. Rest in peace. Let's see. What else did I have? I was going to do a few more songs. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. And do leave requests. I mean, I try and read the comments here as I'm playing, but it's really hard, and it just ends up being distracting. So I try to focus on singing during the show. But I do go back after the show usually and read, and just to see what people like and are into. So if you leave something, leave a request, I'd be happy to maybe, well, I shouldn't say I'd be happy to play it. I may not play it, but I like seeing what you guys are into. Sometimes it's surprising to me, and helps inform, what I want to do in future episodes. And there will be many more episodes. So yeah, let me know what you want to hear. And yeah, I don't understand. Ken Gray, you keep asking me if I ever pick much cotton. That's like the 5th time I've seen that. I'm not sure why you keep asking me that, but maybe there's a reason. Hopefully it's not some weird one. Yeah. All right. Let's play another couple more. And everybody, I keep talking about the postcards, but just because I want you to know what, people seem to appreciate them, and I just want to make sure you get what you want. But you don't got a tip, and I really am grateful for everybody that does, but I'm also just really grateful for the folks that tune in. I know it's really hard times for a lot of people right now, and I consider myself really blessed in countless ways. I feel very lucky. So I try not to take any of it for granted. And so right now I'm very grateful to Joe Pug for helping me get this new setup with my gear here. I'm grateful to my wife for putting up with me and coming and singing with me and being an inspiration to me. I'm grateful to y'all for supporting the shows and just tuning in. It means the world. And I'm grateful to everybody that's out there trying to do the right thing and spread kindness and positive energy rather than negative energy. And I struggle a lot with like what I can do, what I should do. Should I don't know. It's a strange time, and I'm trying to be still most of the time and just be grateful and repay people's kindness with kindness in return. All right, I'll do this song for my wife. I have seen you at the window, I've heard you at the door. I felt the world convince you could even up the score. Watched you carry all the memories from the life that came before and then went away. But I will stay. I remember how you told me you felt it all might fall apart. You barely made it into this world and you've been fighting from the start. It's not easy to believe, but I will protect your heart in every way. And I will stay. Warm rain on the water, lone star in the night, brave dreams to hold on to. It will be alright. And it's hard to keep believing all the stories you've been told, and to watch the way you try, baby, it's sad to behold. And sometimes you will get angry, and sometimes you will get cold, but that's okay. I will stay. There's a ghost in every garden and a lock on every door, and all of them remind you of the ones who came before. There's a pain in every memory you don't have to hold no more. Now the summer sun is fading and the autumn's in the hall, and if time would just stop moving, that wouldn't bother you at all. But your story isn't finished, you got so much more to say, and I can't wait. I will stay. I will stay. Yes, I will. All right. Do you recall Hendrix Radio and You and Joe and the Foxy Lady of the Week? Yes, I do. I do recall that. I don't know if we have enough time to tell this story, but I don't know. The Band of Heathens are about to start their show, so I tell you what. Thank you for asking. I'm gonna tell that story next week. The Foxy Lady of the Week. That's one of my favorite stories. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's see what else we can do here before we get out. Yeah. We did Lucille. We did Kenny Rogers. We did Townsend Zandt. I had somebody ask for some Springsteen here. I'm Paul. Thank you for that. I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute. I used to know a lot. I used to know the whole Nebraska record. But, and Allison and I played I'm on Fire a few weeks ago. Hey, pretty baby, is your daddy home? Did he go away and leave you all alone? I got a strong desire. I'm on fire. Tell me now, baby, is he good to you? Does he do to you the things I don't do? I can take you high. Sometimes it's like someone took a knife, baby, edgy and dull, and put a 6-inch valley through the middle of my skull. At night I wake up with the sheets soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of my head. Only you can cure my desire. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, I'm on fire. Yeah, I forgot. I'm in October. No, October. I'm going down to Texas for 5 shows. I have 5 shows. That's more than I've had in the last 6 months. We're gonna play at the Mucky Duck outdoors. 2 shows there, so I got 6 shows. We're gonna play in the Woodlands at Do-Si-Do. That's my hometown. We're gonna play in San Antonio. We're gonna play an outdoor show. We're gonna play in Eden, Texas. Allison's gonna play on that show as well. And that's an outdoor show. And then we're playing in Arlington, just outside of Dallas. And that's an outdoor show. And we'll live stream that show as well. And I think I'm going to do Alone Together Tuesday on a Wednesday from the Mucky Duck, because they have a streaming setup, and I'm going to take advantage of it. But I'm going to have to bump things a day. So that's what I got. And yeah. All right. I don't want this to end. I'm sorry. Y'all can leave. Don't feel obligated to stay. But this is the highlight of the week for me. So I'm gonna play a couple more, have a few more nips, and yeah, keep at it. Let's see. Pull out this thing here. Tune up real quick here. I've walked the highway since I can remember. I cut my poor family right down to the bone. From the shadows of hell to the winds of December, I laid down with a stranger, woke up all alone. So don't let me fall, 'cause I might not get up again. Just hold me tight, 'cause right now what I need's a friend. I've come too far for this to be the end. Don't let me fall, 'cause I might not get up. And God knows I tried to hold on to a feeling, a song or a memory to keep in my heart. And I ask forgiveness from those I've forsaken. Forgiveness don't come and it tears me apart. So don't let me fall, 'cause I might not get up again. Just hold me tight, 'cause right now what I need's a friend. I've come too far for this to be the end. Don't let me fall, 'cause I might not get up. The killing is pain outside in the rain. One hand holds a bottle and one hand holds my shame. I don't know which comes first, I don't know which is worse. Riding behind or inside the hearse. So don't let me fall, 'cause I might not get up again. Just hold me tight, 'cause right now what I need's a friend. I've come too far for this to be the end. Don't let me fall, 'cause I might. Don't let me fall, 'cause I might. Don't let me fall, 'cause I might not get up. Hey, John Pete. All right, everybody. Well, I guess times like these that it would be nice to have a set list. So I could have a clean exit, a smooth getaway. But that's overrated, maybe. I never said I was professional. Yeah, this is not. Very little of what I do is choreographed. Besides, well, I was going to try and make a joke, but no, there's really nothing I do that's choreographed. Like these, everyone could use a hand. Instead of standing around losing ground, running down the promised land. And it's so hard to tell if this is heaven or hell, and I can never measure by degrees. But it's sure getting warm around here in times like these. And in times like these, do I really need a billionaire? Taking on my time, trying to tell me how he's treated unfair. Oh, then I have to pay as the home of the brave gets divided into them and the we. Oh, I find I'm losing my mind in times like these. Yeah, they come and they go, they here and they're not. Every day I'm getting better, losing something I haven't got. I just wanna do my labor, love my girl and help my neighbor while I keep a little hope in my dreams. But it's sure getting hard, brother, in times like these. I wish I had a place to hide. Instead of bringing it together with us widening that great divide. I hope and I pray at the end of the day that I can somehow get my troubles to ease. But I gotta say it's not looking good, not in times like these. They're coming to go, they're cold and they're hot. I'm just trying to keep the world from turning me to something I'm not. And I'm gonna try to run till the whole thing's done, and I just hope I don't end up on my knees. But it's sure getting hard to stand up in times like these. I just wanna do my labor, love my girl and help my neighbor while I keep it on my joie de vivre. But it's sure getting hard, brother, in times like these. I could use just a little bit of help in times like these. Yes, I could. All right, one more. And we'll get out of here. Thanks again, everybody. And just a reminder, I've got a record out that I recorded right here in this room with Daryl Scott producing and playing all over it. My wife sings on it, Allison Moore. Ray Wiley Hubbard sang on it. It's a real treat. And so I just feel, I'm really excited about it. It's almost all songs that I recorded in the past, but some of your favorites, all your favorite hits, Hayes Carll hits. No, it's really fun. It's cool to get to do it, and it's called Alone Together Sessions. And so we got that. We got the T-shirts that on the website. Everything goes to Feed the Front Lines. The Alone Together T-shirts. And we have like just a few men's left, so grab those while you can. And then we have like hundreds of women's T-shirts left. The women are not as into the T-shirt, and I need them to be, because I'm going to be stuck with a bunch of T-shirts, and money will not go to the great cause that is Feed the Front Lines. So if you're a woman and you need a T-shirt, which winter's coming on, so you need a T-shirt with my face on it, you can grab that on the website, and the money will go to a great cause. Other than that, yeah, I got some shows coming up in Texas, and then we got the postcards here. Remember to put the number of the one you want. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. And I'll send it to you this week. Yeah, and then I got some new ones next week, which I think you'll like. It makes me laugh. Okay, well, I'm going to do this song here. Let's do a John Prine song. I see a lot of requests for Help Me Remember. I'm not Help Me Remember. That's my song. I Remember Everything, which was the last song that John Prine released. I don't know that one yet. I mean, I'm familiar with it, but I don't know how to play it yet. I haven't learned it. But I will. I'll try and get that in next week. I love that song. But I'm going to play this Prine song. See if I can remember it. You come home late and you come home early. You come home big when you're feeling small. You come home straight and you come home curly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. What in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You're chasing the speed of the sound of loneliness. Yeah, they're running just to be on the run. I got a heart that burns with a fever. I got a jealous and a worried mind. And how can a love that'll last forever get left so far behind? What in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. Yeah, they're running just to be on the run. It's a mighty mean and a dreadful sorrow. Cross that evil line today. How can we talk about tomorrow? But we ain't got one word to say. What in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You're chasing the speed of the sound of loneliness. Yeah, they're running just to be on the run. What in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. Yeah, they're running just to be on the run. Yeah, they're running just to be on the run. Yeah, they're running just to be on the run. God bless you, John Prine. And God bless all y'all for coming here and hanging out with me on episode 20 of Alone Together Tuesday. I really appreciate you. I hope you had a good time. Please come back and bring your friends. Let people know about this. I'll be doing it for a while, for the foreseeable future. And I'm very grateful for y'all coming. I really appreciate it. And I hope you had a great time and have a great week. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And we'll see you soon. All right. Adios. little while without you, learn half my life. I no longer see our unborn children under your mind, wet wife. Probably yesterday I had a vision beneath the tree where we once talked. When old couple burning their love letters so the children won't be shot. Love calls like the wild birds. And this another day, the spring wind blew up my list of things to do. Away. All my friends are getting older, so I guess I must be too. Without that loving kindness, I don't know what I'd do. All the wine bottles half empty, the money is all spent. We're a cross between our parents and hippies in a tent, and love calls like the wild birds. And this another day, the spring wind blew up my list of things to do. Away.